One of the most important technological modernization phases in decades is currently underway in Russia's railway industry. The country is preparing for a transition to a new generation of mainline electric locomotives equipped with asynchronous traction drives in response to the intensive development of Russian Railways Eastern Polygon and the swiftly increasing freight traffic. This is not just a replacement of antiquated equipment, it is a fundamental transformation in the manner in which heavy freight transportation will operate throughout Russia's rail network. Transmash Holding announced its intention to execute a substantial undertaking within the framework of a public-private partnership in early May 2026. The primary objective is to modernize the locomotive fleet that operates throughout the Eastern Polygon, which encompasses the Baikal-Amur Mainline and critical segments of the Trans-Siberian Railway. The demand for freight continues to rise annually, and these routes now transport substantial quantities of coal, metals, containers, and raw materials. Honestly, this is the kind of project that quietly reshapes an entire transport system before most people even notice it. And this growing pressure on Russia's rail corridors brings attention to a major issue. The country's older electric locomotives are simply no longer enough for the job ahead. Electric locomotives powered by commutator traction motors served as the backbone of Russia's freight locomotive fleet for decades. These machines were extremely durable and dependable, but they are no longer technologically aligned with modern efficiency standards. The systems still work, but maintaining them is becoming harder, slower, and increasingly expensive. The main concern with commutator-based drives is their high maintenance requirements and mechanical complexity. Brushes, contact elements, and many wear-prone components are used in these motors. In the Eastern Polygon's demanding operating environment, this results in longer downtime periods and significantly higher maintenance expenses. Furthermore, antiquated locomotives no longer provide the energy efficiency necessary for modern freight operations. This is particularly important for Russian railways because locomotives are frequently responsible for transporting extremely heavy trains through difficult terrain, steep gradients, and severe climatic conditions. Sometimes the older systems are pushed so hard that crews basically have to work around the locomotive's limitations instead of the other way around. The ongoing expansion of freight traffic now requires technological solutions that are fundamentally different. This is why the Russian rail industry is placing major emphasis on asynchronous traction drives, which have already become the global standard for modern mainline locomotives. Altitude Addicts notes that the shift is not just about speed or power, but about creating locomotives that can operate more efficiently for decades under non-stop heavy freight conditions. And that naturally raises the next question. What exactly makes asynchronous traction systems so important? Compared with conventional commutator systems, asynchronous electric motors are regarded as far more reliable, economical, and technologically advanced. They contain significantly fewer wear-prone components, are easier to maintain, and are capable of handling intensive operating conditions much more effectively. Industry estimates indicate that domestically manufactured asynchronous traction motors can improve energy efficiency by roughly 15 to 20%. Across an enormous railway network like Russia's, this could translate into massive reductions in electricity consumption over time. And yeah, those percentages start looking very serious once thousands of freight trains are involved every single day. Weight reduction is another major advantage. Lighter traction equipment allows locomotives to transport heavier cargo more efficiently. The objective of new generation locomotive programs is to reduce the number of locomotive sections by one without sacrificing traction performance. The resulting space within a train can then be used for an additional loaded freight wagon. At first glance, adding one more wagon may not appear revolutionary. However, the economic impact becomes enormous when multiplied across thousands of freight trains every year. Each additional wagon increases carrying capacity without requiring extra locomotive crews or major new railway infrastructure. Asynchronous systems also deliver smoother traction control, improved regenerative braking performance, and greater reliability in difficult operating conditions. These characteristics are especially valuable on long-distance freight routes crossing mountains, forests, and isolated regions of Siberia and the Russian Far East. And nowhere is this technological transition more important than Russia's vast Eastern Polygon railway network. The Eastern Polygon has become the primary driver behind the modernization of Russia's locomotive fleet. The expansion of the Baikal-Amur Mainline and the Trans-Siberian Railway requires not only improved infrastructure, but also a new generation of locomotives capable of hauling increasingly heavy freight trains. Numerous sections of the BAM Railway pass through exceptionally difficult terrain. Long mountain climbs require enormous traction power and highly reliable equipment. Older locomotives often operate close to their performance limits, particularly when hauling heavy freight consists. There are stretches where rail operations become a constant balancing act between power, weight, and terrain. The new asynchronous electric locomotives are expected to dramatically improve the situation. Future locomotives are planned to haul trains weighing up to 7,100 tons in a two-section configuration. For the Russian railway sector, this is an exceptionally high figure. The Eastern Polygon's large-scale fleet replacement program is expected to continue between 2029 and 2038. In practical terms, this means Russia's largest freight railway corridor will gradually transition toward next-generation locomotives over the coming decade. Altitude Addicts believes the modernization could become one of the defining infrastructure projects shaping Russia's long-term Eurasian freight strategy. At the same time, this entire effort is also becoming deeply tied to Russia's push for domestic industrial independence. Import substitution is one of the most critical components of the project. Russia's industrial sector intensified efforts to develop domestic components for advanced railway equipment following sanctions and restrictions on foreign technology supplies. Earlier Russian locomotives equipped with asynchronous drives often relied on imported electrical systems, including technology developed by Siemens. However, the newest generation of locomotives is now being built almost entirely on a domestic technological foundation. The Novocherkassk electric locomotive plant plays a critical role in this transition after being selected as the lead production site for the Modernization Initiative. Meanwhile, TMH Electrotech has significantly expanded production of 4 new types of asynchronous traction motors. Annual production is projected to exceed 5,700 units by the end of 2026. This expansion will support large-scale locomotive manufacturing while also creating roughly 500 new jobs. Its industrial policy mixed directly with transportation strategy, and the two are now heavily intertwined. The initiative is not solely about transportation. It is also driving the development of domestic electrical engineering, power electronics, and advanced digital control systems. In many ways, the railway sector is becoming a testbed for broader industrial modernization inside Russia. And that modernization is already visible in the locomotives now emerging from Russian factories, especially the locomotive known as Malakhit. The 3ES8 Malakhit freight locomotive has become one of the main symbols of this technological transition. The locomotive is already viewed as the foundation for an entire family of future Russian heavy freight locomotives. Malakhit features a domestic asynchronous traction motor, advanced digital control systems, and a modern body structure. Compared with previous locomotive generations, it offers substantially greater levels of automation and digital integration. Engineers also prioritized safety. The driver's cabin includes reinforced crash protection systems, while onboard software continuously evaluates operating conditions and optimizes equipment performance. Altitude Addicts points out that modern freight locomotives are increasingly becoming rolling computer systems as much as heavy industrial machines. The localization rate is particularly noteworthy. Developers claim that as much as 94% of the locomotive's components are manufactured domestically. That level of localization would have sounded extremely ambitious just a few years ago. Malakhit represents Russia's first major attempt to create a heavy electric locomotive that is almost entirely domestic and free from critical dependence on foreign technologies. But even more attention is now shifting toward the next locomotive in development, the powerful new Orlets. The new 2ES11 Orlets locomotive represents the next phase of development. The machine is currently undergoing testing and is regarded as one of Russia's most promising heavy freight locomotive projects. Testing began at the VNI-ZHT experimental railway circuit in Sherbinka in late 2025. Engineers are evaluating traction performance, electromagnetic compatibility, braking systems, and overall equipment reliability. The locomotive's most remarkable characteristic is its dramatic increase in power. Compared with earlier models, the new locomotive is estimated to be roughly 42% more powerful, making it one of the most capable freight locomotives developed in Russia. That is a very large jump for a heavy freight platform, especially in such a conservative industry. In its two-section configuration, Orlets can haul trains weighing up to 7,100 tons. In its three-section configuration, capacity could increase to as much as 9,000 tons. This capability is extremely important for the Eastern Polygon because it allows railway throughput to increase significantly without requiring massive infrastructure expansion. In simple terms, heavier trains mean more cargo moved with fewer operational bottlenecks. And importantly, Russia is not moving in isolation here. The global railway industry already made this transition years ago. Russia's move toward asynchronous locomotives is entirely aligned with broader global railway trends. In most countries with advanced railway engineering industries, asynchronous traction systems have already become standard technology. One of the best-known examples is Siemens' Vectron family of electric locomotives. These locomotives became widely used throughout Europe because of their efficiency, reliability, and operational flexibility. Modern locomotives in China, Europe, and the United States are also primarily built around asynchronous technologies. In reality, the global era of commutator traction motors is slowly drawing to a close. Some older systems will survive for years, sure, but the direction of the industry is now very clear. These technologies are particularly critical for Russia because railways remain the foundation of the country's freight logistics network. Vast distances, severe climates, and heavy reliance on rail transport require extremely efficient equipment capable of operating under relentless conditions. And all of this leads to a much bigger question about the future of Russian railways itself. Over the next decade, Russia's railway sector could experience its largest locomotive fleet modernization since the collapse of the Soviet Union. The transition to asynchronous traction systems represents far more than the replacement of older motors. It marks the arrival of an entirely new generation of rolling stock. Locomotives are expected to become more powerful, more energy efficient, and considerably more technologically advanced. Automation levels will rise, maintenance costs will decline, and the carrying capacity of major railway corridors will expand without requiring massive infrastructure investments. The impact will likely be felt most strongly across the Eastern Polygon, where freight volumes continue reaching record levels. Russia is essentially laying the groundwork for its railway system of the 1930s and beyond. Well, maybe not literally the 1930s, but you get the idea. If the project is fully implemented, asynchronous electric locomotives could become the new standard for Russian heavy freight rail operations by the end of the next decade. And once that transition is complete, the entire balance of freight movement across Eurasia could begin shifting in ways that are only starting to become visible today. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Please also take the channel membership to encourage us.